Hello one and all, and welcome back to more Let's Play Pikmin 2. I am the Mexifuchades. In the last part, we were able to finally get our hands on some other kinds of Pikmin, and it really worked out for us in the long run, let me tell you. And with these new Pikmin, we can finally get the final type of Pikmin that can be gotten, and then we'll have our whole little tiny army available to us, and it will be great and wonderful and fantastic. So, all we got to do is head back on over to the Awakening Wood and get ourselves a handful of them there blue Pikmin. My goodness, will they be incredibly helpful. Seriously, just the passive benefit of them not being affected by water. It really does go a long way. Far longer and better than you would ever really anticipate. Alrighty here. So first things first, Louie, you're gonna actually have to follow me on this one. Then, I actually do believe I would like to take 20 of my finest chunky boys to go over here and just very quickly, very casually, you know, murder a couple of these here tiny Bulborbs, even though they're not actually Bulborbs. There we go. Do not, in fact, try to carry any of them. We are saving those for later. And we're also going to have to take care of the biggin. I want to take care of these baddies before it becomes a problem. There we go. Like I think I'm pretty sure I said it before. It takes a couple days, but enemies do eventually respawn, and I don't want to deal with that. All right, then. Also, I'm going to need a very large amount of yellow Pikmin, because they're going to need to be the ones to break down that door as we take down all of these foes. I care not if they are basically completely harmless. We're also going to need to bring, okay, how many more Pikmin can I carry? That many. Then I will bring, I'll just bring 15 red Pikmin, because I want to be able to get some more blues once we get over there. But I want to have a couple available so that we're able to do more damage. Red Pikmin are the best, you know, straight up fighters, aside from, you know, purple ones, pure bulk. Like, you slam jam a few enemies with your purple Pikmins, they're gonna go down pretty quick. But when it comes to just the standard head bonking strategy, you really legitimately just cannot beat the reds. They are very good at their job. There we go, get those plants back. There we go. Take care of whatever that weird-ass mold thing was about. And we'll also bust out the perps again so we can do this! Aha! You tried to stab one of my Pikmin, but it didn't work. Although, for some reason, there you go. For some reason, one of them was doing something like that. All right, now, we know for a fact, okay, I thought it might have been that one for a second. I know for a fact that there's a baddie over here who's gonna try and do that. So, if you don't mind, let me just, okay, yep, and if you could just wail on it. It seems to have stunned itself somewhat. That's good enough for me. I was trying to switch over to the purple Pikmin, try to take care of business that way. Really didn't work out the way I planned, but nobody died, so you really can't complain. At the very least, I'm choosing not to. All right, then the next question is, which way was the way? I guess it would have to be over yonder, this direction, perhaps. All right, let's once again get the purples. The purples are the best for this sort of thing. Murder, 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 murder. Once again, you tried to stabbeth my Pikmin. It does not work. All right, yes, okay. That's what happened. When a Pikmin gets stabbed like that, they have to, like, wait around. You have to wait until the enemy's actually straight up dead before they can do anything about it. All right, so if the Pikmin could all just chill here for but a moment for me. Thank you. Am I mistaken here? Yeah, that's where we need to go. Ah, I see. Okay. That makes sense. Although there is the mildly not great situation of Pikmin being a little bit, unprotected if I toss them up here. So I'll have Olimar go there. That seems like a pretty good idea. And then we'll toss up the yellows so that Olimar can take care of business that way. Should work out fine. Or rather, we could also bring over the purples. Yeah, specifically the purples. The reds really aren't where I was going with for that one. There we go, just toss up a big old pile of them. There you go. Not really what we were trying to go for, but that's okay. Come on, take care of business. There you go. And nobody even got slightly impaled. That's usually not the type of thing you really need to worry about, but in this particular instance, yeah. Sometimes there's some casual impalements. It's not the best. Alrighty. And I feel pretty confident that someone is gonna slide off over here. Just kind of the nature of the physics and what have you. So that's a bit of an issue. But that's okay, that's okay. We might have actually gotten all of them. We did, all right then. Now, do be careful. We are, in fact, not immune to electricity, so be careful on that one. And now I shall stand around and wait for the Pikmin to finish their job. Yeah. Probably gonna edit a lot of that out. That was a lot of me just kind of standing around not really knowing what to say. All right, well, yellows, you can all chill out over there with Louie. And Olimar's gonna go take shop with these here blue ones. There we go, little fellas. Oh, look at them. Look at them in their little mouths that are actually gills. Pikmin biology, man, it is something. At last, you've encountered them. They seem to have gill-like ducts on their cheeks. As far as we can tell, they must be blue Pikmin. Like the other types, they look to you for direction. While they are indeed surviving naturally, they still seem to long for a valiant leader. Well, I can't really provide them with that, but I can do a little bit of something. Starting out with 6. All right, now these are Wollywog tadpoles. And even though the Pikmin were very clearly trying to wail on these things this entire time, only now are they actually able to do any damage to them. I suppose right out the gate, we should try to bolster the numbers a wee bit. Seems like a pretty good idea. The more of them that we've got available to us, the more likely we are to actually be able to catch them. And that, I don't know why I stopped them. That one actually had a handle on things, and I stopped them. I was a fool! I did the big dumb, is basically what happened here. All right, then, fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. As long as we make progress, and that is all that matters. There we go. Go after them, tiny ones! Wound them, wound the creature fatally. I care not if it's a young child. It knew the price it was going to pay by going into this pool. I say, knowing full well that that is in fact not the case, and it's actually kind of messed up to have that line of thinking. All right, but come on, at least scoop it up. The little dudes are not scooping it up. Pick it up. There we go. All right then. And then, you can definitely go ahead and carry that. There we go, there we go. I'll just yoink them up. Yoink, yoink, yoink them up. There we go, and that should give me 25 blue Pikmin in the end when I'm done, if I'm doing math properly. It should be, I had 75, so that should be the case. Let's all hope that that is in fact the case. I am the first person to admit that math is not my strong suit. In fact, all academic pursuits are in fact not my strong suit. It's kind of where my name comes from. I'm not good at many things. And even then, at best, I'm only kind of okay. Ah! Die, demons! They pose absolutely no threat, but I need the Pikmins. I need as many of the blues as I can get. Come on! Kick those little legs, guys! Smite thy enemies! Bring them to their knees! Even if they physically do not actually have knees. It's kind of weird, actually, now that I think about it. It doesn't matter. Do it anyway. There we go. Then, is that enough? It is not enough. Wow, killing those things was actually a bit of a waste of time, honestly. All right, well, that's unfortunate. Then, that being said, how about we all just carry this stuff for now? There we go. That's good and dandy. Then, I take into consideration the fact that we don't actually have all that many yellow Pikmin. At least not in comparison to everything else. I mean, yeah, I know obviously the whites and purples are the ones we lack, we least have. So we need to bolster those numbers whenever we can. But as far as the base Pikmin that are easy to get more of, not as big of an option. So instead, we'll do that. And boy howdy, I sure would like to be able to end the day with at least a couple more treasures. So let's just Well, obviously, there was always the intention to completely botch that throw. Let's try again. All right, still didn't work. What if we try to go up a little bit more? There we go. Just try to pick that thing up. Good job, little guys. I don't have the slightest idea what that even is, but there you go. We don't need the treasure radar going absolutely bonkers on us. I'm very much aware of the treasure that is available. There we go. That takes care of that. And over here, we'll find another treasure. There we go. Some kind of painted tube. Love to see it. All right, then. So, go ahead over on yonder. Grab as many of those things as you can. Try to bolster up the yellow Pikmin numbers as much as we possibly can. Carmex. For cold sores. A healing cask. I suppose you could call it that. Always interesting to see how these things end up being interpreted. All right, all y'alls, gather round, gather round. Get yourselves all together. Now, the question is, I wonder, how feasible would it be for me to be able to even make it over to another one of those caves before the time goes out? I feel like it's actually kind of unlikely. Yeah, we'll do our best, we'll do our best. Alright, hop two, and all that other good stuff, but very quickly checking to make sure I'm not accidentally leaving any of the blue Pikmin around these parts. That would be mightily embarrassing if that happened. Yeah, let's see. If I take a quick look-see-loo around here. Yeah, looks like you actually have to find the holes before they show up on the map. That could be a bit of an issue. Alright, well, once we have all of the Pikmin available to us, we could always make a madman's dash around and just try and see if we can make it happen. It's not impossible. It's unlikely, as all get out. It is not likely for us to be able to do so, but it's not impossible. Alright, just get those. And whoever wants those can have those. The red Pikmin managed to grab them, so good for them. I suppose we could use the rest of our time knocking down that wall. It would probably lead us to something good. Oh, everybody, cross your fingers and hope for the best. Maybe we'll be able to squeeze a little bit more productivity out of this day than I originally thought. I was under the impression that we were probably going to end up not getting much done, but for the record, this is, in fact, Mario Paint brand paint, which is pretty great. Also, it's apparently a decorative goo, which implies that the Hokatations don't have some kind of paint substance? Surely they must. Otherwise, it doesn't really make too much sense. Oh, that's right. I was thinking it was probably going to take a really long time to get the blue Pikmin to knock down that wall, but they can actually they can open up this big hole. And if they open up the big hole, then all the Pikmin can work together to fix this problem, which would be pretty handy. Yes, drain it all down. That's so much more convenient. And everybody, yep, all right. Everybody attack the wall. Bare minimum, we can get this wall down. Come on, I believe in all y'alls. I believe in the power of friendship and teamwork and all that good stuff that you guys are always going on about, except you're not because you can't actually talk. But I assume that if you could talk, you'd go on about teamwork and friendship and stuff. I know that Pikmin are a fiercely loyal creature. Good lordy-loo. Oh, nuts and butts. Okay, fine. Yeah, well, if you think I won't spend the next 8 seconds looking for a hole to jump in, you're absolutely a fool. That's right, this is in fact where we were before, but oh, I'd have to take down that thing, and that's a whole other thing, and oh, you absolutely hate to see it. You absolutely hate to see it. Okay, fine. Fine, universe. Day 8 is just gonna be a short one. I'll fuse it with day 9, and I'll figure out how to make the videos work at editing. Just as I've always done before. I was really hoping I could maybe do like a day per video, but it's looking like the game is, it's not all for it. I suppose it's fine anyway. Even if I was able to get over to it, I don't have the optimal amounts of Pikmin for each color. I'd be jumping into a situation probably in a less than great situation. But we did manage to get a couple things. You know, some decorative goo, a healing cask, and obviously we bolstered the numbers up pretty good. That's almost an entirely extra 100 Pikmin. Not gonna see any complaints from me. And who's this fellow? Hi, Papa. Mama heard you got a promotion, so now she's very happy. You have lots of people under you now, right? So does that mean you're a super captain? I'm going to say yes. And by if lots of people you mean Louis, then I suppose that is true. But I wouldn't call Louis lots of people. I'd barely even call him a person. Louis is a strange fellow. He confuses me. Also, there's new things in the Piccolo P. Oh, I guess it would be the tadpoles, wouldn't it? Indeed it is! The Wogpole! The Wollywog spawns in early spring, laying its eggs on low-hanging tree branches and shrubs growing in or near lakes and ponds. Such unorthodox amphibious behavior is a defense mechanism, protecting the eggs from predation by blue Pikmin and water dumples. The Wollywog's wild hopping near the shoreline in early spring is thought to be a method of driving predators away from the Wogpole eggs. Makes sense. Generally, creatures tend to try and protect their young. Oh, what the? Oh, okay, I forgot that was a thing. You got the survival series. These'll sell like like Hokatate cakes to scientists and entrepreneurs. Bada boom! Now we've got a sales. Oh, that's right. That's how the sales pitches are gotten. Gotcha. With the assistance of the blue Pikmin, we found a canister of paint today. I used it to give the ship a fresh coat of paint. So then, why would you call it decorative goo if you know what paint is? That's weird. But did it thank me? No! As a space pilot, I've always treated my ship like a trusted companion, even if it is a smart aleck. Yet that snobbish ship has the gall to complain about the color. There's no pleasing it. Forget this, I'm going to bed. Man, if that ain't the most relatable statement. Ah, nuts to all this noise, I'm going to bed. I'm shocked! I can't believe this is the only stock of medical supplies we've got. If one of us were to get ill or injured, we'd be in serious trouble. We'll have to be sure to watch our step and always wash our hands. We could also search for medicine among the treasures we've collected. Yeah, but they're alien medicines. That doesn't seem like a good idea. Anyway, behold, the sales pitch. A dependable item in crucial times. Stay safe by keeping one at home and one at the office. It is indispensable if you are health conscious. Buy this. Not the greatest of sales pitches, I'm gonna be honest. A must-have medical item for explorers. If you need powerful results, this is for you. It even comes with a testimonial from our employees. Use this and fear nothing ever again. Is this not just the chapstick? Yeah. Kind of overselling it a little. I get that it's a sales pitch, but still, I feel like a bit of an embellishment, if we're being honest with ourselves. Alright, well, we do have the ability to go to just about anywhere and access new stuff. I figure, well, we're already at the Awakening Wood, and the majority of the enemies that could attack us have already been re-murdered, so why not, you know? Anyway, there's all the onions. Thank goodness for that. Alright, so, well, I don't actually have any idea what kind of Pikmin I'm going to need for this next cave, so let's just bring as many yellow Pikmin as we possibly can, because we're gonna need to knock down an electric wall first. Did you guys seriously? Now is not the time! Now is so not the time for that noise, I swear to God. These rambunctious, silly little carrot people, they always be doing this stuff. You gotta knock that noise off. All right, now I think you're supposed to actually get them onto the little, like, flippity-dippity thing and get them that way, but, like, yellow Pikmin can be thrown well enough as is, so let's just do that as they all desperately try to clump together into that one section. It's fine, whatever works. There we go. All right, get to work, my small friends. But yeah, upon retrospect, it's gonna be kind of annoying getting all of our Pikmin through there. We might be able to make it work. It shouldn't be too big of a problem. He says, not knowing for sure one way or the other. With incredible, resounding unconfidence, he marches forward, merely hoping things work out for them. Do you have to wonder what these things were meant to actually be? And how they still have, like, an electric current going through them? There's a lot of questions about how this sort of universe works, I swear. I mean, I know it's Earth, but it's, like, obviously a weird Earth where things don't make a lot of sense and the local wildlife have gone insane. So, you have at last reached the higher ground. Congratulations are in order. Wait, what is this? My seismic sensors are picking up tremors deep below. What force is at work in the depths of the planet? We may never know, except we're totally going to know. What kind of stuff do I need to worry about? Fire and electricity. Okay. So then, what would be the smart choice? Okay, well, first and foremost, that's a bit of an issue. Oh, lordy. Okay, guess we're going the long way. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, so if we're for sure gonna have to deal with fire spouts and electrical stuff, then obviously yellows and reds are gonna be needed. I believe that means it's safe to assume that we don't have to worry about blue Pikmin at all. Which is kind of a shame. I would have liked to have actually, you know, included them on a little bit of like a maiden voyage type situation here. Could you give us the egg, please? I would like to boost up as many yellows as I can. Thank you. We could destroy those enemies that are eating those berries, but they aren't hurting nobody with nothing right now. Don't really need to worry about that. Oh, something that's actually kind of cool that you should know about is that when you take Pikmin in and out of the onions, they actually take priority. Like the flower Pikmin will always be the first ones to come out, and the leaf ones will always be the first ones to go in. So they'll always give you like the best ones that are available. Or not. Okay, I guess it's only in the case of... Okay, I'm wrong about that part, but it is true that, like, if I tell, all right, I want 40 yellow Pikmin, then it'll give me 40 flower yellow Pikmin. This is, or 30, let's go with that. That is correct? No leaves will pop out? Yes, okay. I thought that the leaves always went in first. I was mistaken, but I was half right. I was half right. All right, then we'll also go with 30 reds. And it's just a good idea to have purples and whites because you never know when there's gonna be something buried underground that the white Pikmin are gonna need to be there to fix, or, you know, to dig up, and you never know when, well, I mean, you always know that the purple Pikmin are really good for fights. So, we'll obviously go ahead and take that. Whatever's left, we'll go to the perps. Except not really, apparently. All right, then. Luck of the draw, we're going to bring in exactly one more yellow Pikmin than I previously had planned. Congratulations to that specific yellow Pikmin. They must be very proud and happy about their successes. I have nothing but respect and admiration for all that they've accomplished, which is currently nothing. But you know, the future. Who knows what the future lies in hold for them. All right, so we're going to try and get Pikmin to do this. Okay, let's do that. It's a start. It's a start. All right, a bunch of them still got hit by the whistle. That is really annoying. And a purple one fell over and landed on his face. Hilarious, and I appreciate the comedic relief, but we're kind of on a timeline crunch here. So if you don't mind, there we go. Everybody get in there. The edges should keep them all from falling. And okay. All right, so what's the name of this place? The Bull Black's Kingdom. Oh no! This could be a bad situation for everyone involved, but mostly us. The viewers, not so much. If things go horribly wrong, then, I don't know, maybe you'll get some entertainment out of the failure of it all, so in that particular instance, there's something to be gained, but otherwise not so much. Alright, once more into the Bull Blacksians. What kind of nonsense are we gonna have to deal with here? Oh, we're gonna have to deal with something like that. Gotcha. All right then, well, let's just bust out the purples. We got some orange Bulborbs, or Bulborb imitators anyway, which means yes, that is a variety, and there it is right over there. Did not take long to see that. All right, well, let's just murder it dead, murder it fatally. There we go, okay. Whoa, and it apparently consumed an entire honkin' thingamabobbo. All right, well, that's a thing. Oh, Lord, there's a bunch of these dudes just running around. All right, that's a mild issue. All right, here's a problem. Generally, you want to attack Bulborbs from behind, and that one is not interested in moving. All right, well, maybe we're lucky, and this is the only treasure on the floor, and we don't have to fight it. That would be pretty great. I mean, if there's absolutely no benefit to fighting, then I don't want to, essentially. The Crystal Clover. Fancy pantsy. And that is everything. Okay, yeah, no, then all of the enemy, because I mean that first Bulborb was, you know, spat up a treasure. So if it was possible that one was going to do it too, then We had to definitely put that into consideration, but it seems not. So sometimes it's within your best strategic advantage to not engage in combat. But I had no way of knowing that ahead of time. All right then, you shall live this day. Although you're probably gonna wake up and wonder why literally everything else around you is dead or just now missing, because I shoved a couple of them inside the ship's hull. But I choose to believe that the Bulblorbs are of not high enough intelligence for that to be a thing. Let's all just hope that they are unaware. Second floor. All right, what have we got here? We've got fire geysers. Good to know. And just a big ol' nothing. All right, cool. We can definitely take care of all that. We've also got a fire dweevil. All right, hold up. Don't really want to throw a white there. All right, separate. Then get myself over there and just go a little toot toot. There we go. Only bring the fire-resistant ones, and everyone will be fine and safe and dandy. There we go. All y'all's just do the best you can. Thank you. Takes care of that, but we also do need to get rid of the fire dweevil. They're generally not antagonistic, but with the way Pikmin work, they're gonna randomly try to attack one of them eventually, and they're gonna get burnt if they don't. But apparently there was a second fire dweevil hanging out in there. Had no idea. Just get to work, guys. Come on. All right, walk away from the fire before that happens. All right, there you go, there we go. Don't really need to focus on any of that right now, guys. All right, mildly set myself on fire. I mean, not really, it just hurt like the all hell. All right then, well, doesn't actually seem like there's a whole lot more for them to be able to do. So yeah, you guys can go ahead and do that. Do that. Try to summon up the yellows real quick. There we go. You guys take care of business, and I will now do this. Yeah, that's what I was hoping to see. Just barely making it over. Not bad at all, guys. All right. See, that's what I've been talking about. Teamwork, making the dream work, and all that good stuff. Once we're a cohesive, a cohesive unit, there's nothing we can't accomplish. Now, will this gem... The crystal clover was worth more than 100 Pokos, but... And maybe that's just because of how big it was. Oh, no, this one's more valuable. The Tears Stone. Not really sure what else you could call it, so makes sense to me. So far. Yeah, all right. It's interesting that we're only getting like one treasure per floor. Not too happy about that, if I'm being entirely honest, but that's okay, I would prefer to make more monies more quickly, if possible. But you can't make, beggars can't be choosers. I'll merely take whatever treasures the game is willing to give me. But what newfound horrors await me? Oh God, it's one of these things. All right, they can't kill Pikmin, but you know what they can do? Knock the leaves and stuff off of them, the petals, and turn them back into leaf Pikmin. Oh Lord, they're all over the place. All right, they're already, the blowhogs. Come on, there we go. There you go. Now being fat is going to be an issue for you. Haha! Unfortunately, they don't leave any remains to carry anywhere, so that's kind of unfortunate. Although, apparently a Pikmin decided to take one of the, I think, Shearwigs? I'm not 100% sure. Whoa, Nelly. All right, please do not do that, if at all possible. Why are you having such a hard time killing that thing? All right, whatever. Okay, yep, we already got some people knocked over. That's not great. Could you be heavy enough to knock them to the ground? Thank you. That's what I was hoping to see. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll end up finding a nectar spot or something somewhere. There we go. Then we do that. And ta-ta. All problems have been fixed. At least all of the more obvious ones, anyway. Except for you! Why will you not die? Your continued decision to exist without, despite my constant requests to not, has been really annoying. All right, so that thingamabobbo over there might be nectar, maybe. But it also could be horrifying demons inside of an egg. We're about to find out. Oh! That's just straight up the super spicy spray. Except I can drink it. And for some reason, I'm not actually drinking it, I'm containing it. The red liquid you see contains refined ultra spicy essence. 1 drop contains 1 dose. Hot diggity-dang! Press down to, you know, to spray this extract onto your entire group. Yeah, I'm already aware of that. I guess this would be how you'd be introduced to it if you didn't bother bringing any of the berries in. Really does look like Olimar just straight up slurped that thing up. He didn't, though. All right, then, so that's the way that way, but I don't want to leave. I want treasure. You gotta provide me with at least 1 treasure. Failing that, more white Pikmin. That is definitely something worth getting. But the treasure radar says that there is, in fact, treasure, so. Also, red Pikmin, always the way to go with this sort of thing, because they're the easiest to get more of. There we go. Fantastique! Ba-ba-ba-bow, ba-ba-ba-bow, and ra-ba-ba-bow. There we go. 5 more white Pikmin. Very, 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 very good. Okay, so where on earth are they keeping this dang treasure? Where are you at, treasure? Seems to be the only way to go. Oh, well, that would be why that white Pikmin were available. It's like, hey, did you not bring any white Pikmin at all? Well, here's an opportunity to get 5 of them because there is something buried underground. You gotta get yourself some of that. Go, it's some kind of, I don't know what the actual term for it is. It's not a, I mean, it is a shell, but it's like a fossilized shell. It's like the thing that Ammonite is, you know? Was that the helix or was that the dome? I think it was the helix. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, it's basically a shell. The Olimar shell. I think he just named the material after himself. That's fair. People who discover things get to name what they, you know, actually get to decide what they're called. Now, I've already lost track of where the way out is. Over here. There we go. I am a very good leader. Clearly. I mean, I've had very minimal casualties so far. So, I mean, you can't say that I've been a terrible one. I'd say we've had more successes than failures as we've gone throughout this expedition. So, you know, you gotta give me at least a little bit, a tiny bit of credit, maybe, possibly. It would be nice if you did.
That's just my personal opinion, though.
Oh, and now we've got the electric problems. Oh, dearie, dearie me. Oh, Lord, and we've got zip-zap beetles. We've got zip-zap beetles, that's a problem. All right, well, I mean, it's not a serious problem, but it's still annoying. Is there even anything over there? All right, well, I've got absolutely no idea whatsoever if this serves a point in any way, but let's give it a go. Oh, that's the point that it serves. Free nectar. All right, well, won't be seeing me complaining. Oh, never mind, it's not nectar, it's the other thing. I really probably should have expected that, if I'm being entirely honest. All right, but yeah, the purple drop you see contains refined ultra bitter essence. 1 drop contains 1 dose. Use it on other creatures to, you know, turn them to straight up stone. I'll be sure to actually utilize that in a little bit, okay? But only when I feel like it's absolutely necessary. Until then, I don't feel like that's something I should really be bothering doing. Personally, anyway. Okay, I was really trying to make that as unobvious as possible, but I feel like people are probably gonna notice there was a bit of cutting and editing throughout this entire episode, maybe 2, depends on how it all turns out. But, yeah, sorry, I kept getting interrupted by something that I had to actually do, and long story short, it's dealt with now. So now I can fully invest my times into thinking about the Pikmins. Also, there is a purple candy pop bud. I almost called it a Bulborb. That's not what it is. There we go. All right. Seriously, the opportunities in order to get more of the purple and white Pikmins are so absurdly rare. You really do never want to not take advantage of it. I'm sure that I don't want to lose all of my red Pikmin in the process, but I mean, yellow, the whites and purples are so useful. There we go. Take care of the big bad beetle bug monster thingy. I'm not even sure if that's what they are, if you could call them beetles. Do beetles have the ability to open? Oh God, sweet merciful crap on a cake! No! No! Thousands of regrets! Thousands of them! So many you could, I don't know, bury a car in them. Oh God, that is the worst thing that could happen. I don't want freaking Wollywogs to do that. All right, no. All right, okay, all right, okay, all right, okay, all right, okay. Oh God, oh, okay, you are full on invading my space and I don't appreciate it. All right, could you just die, and then run away. Everyone run away. Everybody just get away from there entirely. Okay. It might be a little optimistic and silly of me to hope that that's the only albino Wollywog that's gonna dive from the damn ceiling on me, but let's hope for the best. All right, now let's go back to what we were doing. I don't know why those purple Pikmin decided that they had to be a part of this. I don't know why those purple Pikmin thought they had to be a part of this. So if you guys could knock that entirely off, thank you. I don't remember asking any of you to grab anything, any of the corpses. That was never a thing that I wanted. They did that of their own volition. All right, just take care of as many of those zappy beetles as you possibly can. Whatever they actually are, whatever part of the animal kingdom they could be considered. It matters not to me, for they are the zappy beetles. Also, there's a super duper flint beetle. If you can zap them, what good? If you can bonk them really good, you can get some good stuff out of them. Is it possible that a treasure might be inside that thing? I don't know. I feel like I should be trying, but I also feel like I may have completely missed the mark on that one. Unfortunate. All right, so you guys, I tried really hard to flip this thing over, and it didn't seem to actually want to. So let's just try that again, maybe. Thank you. All right. Just get rid of all the beetles so that they do not zap anybody. We should now, in general, be on the safe end, I think. Oh, even more electrical stuff, my God. I believe you've made your point most thoroughly known, universe. You don't have to keep doing this. All right, well, no reason to not bring these things over, I guess. They're gonna be such a big pain in the butts and make it difficult for me to get all the stuff I want, then they might as well be sold for scrap. Best thing I could actually think to refer it as. I don't even know exactly what, how did that happen? Oh, I guess I just left one in there and didn't pull him out. Not my bad, little dude. He's already at a bud stage. Also, I found this! Huzzah! It's actual money! At least I think it is. Unknown merit. All right, well, fair enough. All right, that everybody? That is not everybody. Where is everybody? There is everybody. All right, now, I've already sacrificed more than a good number of the red Pikmin. I think it would have been 10 of them by now, and I think I only brought like 35, so probably for the best that I do not throw more of them in. I'd rather not spend yellow Pikmin on this, but it's simply a matter of not being stupid. Okay, is that enough? We content? We happy? We are not. All right, then one more. Sheesh. Okay, now we do the plucking. And there we go. More purple Pikmin, more white Pikmin. We're looking good, we're looking fine, we're looking dandy. It's all good, although there's another treasure around these parts. I only just realized. Is it in here? Any treasures to be found? Apparently not. Interesting. Treasure radar, do you mind perhaps maybe helping me out slightly? I seem to not be aware of where you are hiding something. All right, is it in this direction then? No, it is not. Very interesting. It must be buried then. Ah! Oh, it is, it's in you! You're the culprit! That's what we were looking for. I have no idea how that thing managed to swallow that giant rock, but I mean, kudos, I guess. I feel like I did that creature a favor by getting this thing out of it. My goodness. The Crystal King! I'm almost positive there are several video games where there is a crystal king of some shape or form. Perhaps maybe not actually made out of crystal, but I digress. My goodness. All right, that should be everybody. We got everything. We're good. We're dandy. Let's jump down the hole.
引っこ抜かれてあなただけについてゆく今日も運ぶ戦う増えるそして食べられるほったかされてまた